Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pronoun TV and the Stephanie Stevens Show. Tonight on the show, I want to talk about something that I have found very concerning in the gay community, and not just in the gay community, but mainly for me in the gay community. And and I thought I would talk about this because lately I've been talking to a few friends online about this and that, and about, where I want to go with the show and what I want to happen. And I just was expressing my ideas, not in a sense of giving away what direction I really want the show in, but just sort of fishing out, to see how they felt about this idea or this subject or this conversation. Now, I've had a good friend that I've known since he was a child. As I am an adult now, he is an adult now. But as me being an older adult, and actually performing for him when he was a child. Now, the reason I want to talk about the show is because we talk on a constant basis. And for some reason, I find that his conversations are, in a sense, shallow, but I do enjoy talking to him for, just how do they say, shooting the shit. So that's what we were basically doing. But I found that in our conversation, he consistently used the N word. Consistently, on a consistent basis, and kept asking me, "Oh, you don't mind. You don't mind." Yes, I do mind. And you are, it seemed that he was using this word to, on purpose, it was either to demean me or it was there to insult me because I am trying to do something with my life. And one thing I don't like is I don't like a person that calls names all the time. I always try to say thank you to the people that did help me get as far as I have gotten so far. But I don't like calling their names out because maybe they don't want their names called out. And I don't like name dropping because I think that it's cheap. Now, but I do give people credit for helping me get where I am going. Now, I just found it rather strange for him to use the N word consistently and then ask me if it's okay. No, it's not okay. It's never okay. And mainly if you consider a person a friend. Now, over the last, over the last few years, I have noticed the N-word a lot in the LGBT community, a lot. And mainly when it refers to either successful black people or people of color. They use these derogatory terms. Well, people are using these derogatory terms. And, of course, they never forget the N-word. Because to you, that's what you are. That's what they see. That's what they've been taught from their parents and the ground roots of society. So, for me, the question is, how do you get them to stop? Do you stop talking to them altogether? Or do you tell them, or do you, bring it to their attention that this is unacceptable? Should you say nothing? I chose to say nothing for a long time. I think things have changed. Or do you curse them out and don't have anything to do with them anymore? Or do you tell them to just, don't call me anymore? I was going to say something else, and I think you guys know what I was going to say, but we can't do that on television. So in a polite way, we'll just stop dealing with them altogether and tell them, I don't think you should call me again. Now, the reason I brought this up is because it bugged me. It really bugged me. And it bugged me mainly because you didn't recognize you were doing something wrong. I am supposed to be your friend. We're supposed to be friends, but yet you're constantly using the N word. I don't know what it's about. I don't know if it's that boy thing that you think is happening with us. That for me, that is not. Mm-mm. And it took me a long time to see that maybe you were shallow. You weren't a real friend after all. You weren't really there trying to help me because you don't see the value because you see all of this, which you don't understand. Even as an LGBTQIT community member, you don't need to understand this about me. I understand it. My job is to educate people that decide whether or not they want to take part in my channel, they want to take part in my journey, in my life, and hopefully somewhere along the line I'm doing something for the LGBTQIT community in the sense of I am helping just being there and having a voice, and somebody out there that can relate to me understands, and hopefully I'm helping that person. So that is why I do what I do, is not just for my community but for all of us. So hopefully it educates a lot of us. The N word is not okay. It's not. So just don't do it. You don't even need to question it. Just don't do it. You don't want us calling you fat, ugly, racist, homophobic. You don't want us calling you all these things. Old, ugly. You don't want these things. So why would you call someone else something that's just as ugly? Okay? So don't do it. Don't do it. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the Stephanie Stevens Show. And at the end of the day, let's try and have some respect for each other. Think before speaking. And remember, we're supposed to be friends. We're supposed to be friends. So I shouldn't have to remind you of respect. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you for tuning into the Stephanie Stevens Show. And this has been Short Stories.